Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Arrowsmith, issue number 2, Behind Enemy Lines by Image Comics. Made by, can we see it? Yes, Kurt Busiek and Carlos Pacheco, if I'm saying that correctly. So, it seems that our Fletcher, our hero, has been taken prisoner by the Prussians. So in the first issue, or the one before this, I mean, there's only one. I thought that the Prussians was a made-up word, but then I googled it, and it seems that the Prussians is a real word. I mean, if you look at it, then there's a whole, explanation what the Prussians are. And so, although this is a fantasy setting, the setting, I mean, the world that they live in, the locations, and are real. They're in Germany, or there are Germans here. Only they call him different. They call him, I believe, Albionese or something like that. Fletcher is here in a train with other creatures, also magical creatures. He's been examined by the doctors, and he's been taken prisoner by the Prussians. And the word is getting out to Albion, to their office, and it seems that the plan is in motion because they ask him to get captured and get in contact with some kind of an individual there, to further their plans or something. So and then these guys release a rumor that he is being captured and that he is being dead, although he lives. And then we switch to Wien, Tyrolia, and so it's basically in Tyrol or Hungary, something around that area. I'm not sure how you say that in American, but we call it here Tyrol. Maybe Tyrolia is really a American slang for, well, how we say it. I'm not entirely sure. Let me know in a comment how you say it. But it's in Europe, and Europe is occupied by the Germans, and they call, the Prussians. In this case, these guys are worried what's happening there. They want to revolt, but then the bar owner says, no, you need to be quiet, otherwise we're getting exposed, and then, we are in trouble. There's also vampires out there because, reasons. It's night, and in this kind of area, there's, different kind of monsters attacking people. And then we have here the Emperor. The Emperor, I'm not sure they call him the Blood Emperor, but I believe it's just the Emperor. The Emperor is drunk, and there's, I don't know, his commandants or his underlings are here, and they want to get back to him about a meeting, about the War Council. And he says, I don't want to hear about it. It's beneath me. Why don't you go to the advisors, and they handle all war matters, so get the hell out of here. Okay, well, cool. So he doesn't want to do anything with war. So these guys are going to the crypt, but basically saying, but we can do nothing. The Baron is, not the Baron. The Emperor is not listening, and nothing will change, so we have to do something. And it seems that these people are here in the crypt, are speaking to someone. They call him the Great One, but I'm not sure who is the Great One. Is he above the Emperor? Is he, it seems that he is more in power. And it seems, he says, greetings, my Great One. The Kaiser man, they say the spy died in interrogation, but they are fully confident there is no further. And he says, silence! The enemy's plans to counter us has been only interrupted, not ended. Their agent must be found and exposed. Put the Baron on the scent. Tell him, and then he says here, it will be one of these modern flyers. So Fletcher is between, they call it, I'm sorry, I cannot read it very well from this, Swabia, which like the Prussians and Tyrolians had, I don't know, it's some kind of a place, he's some kind of a hospital, he's being treated, and there's some kind of a magical demon bringing him mail from home. But the people at home don't know that that he is captured, because, well, that's all part of the plan. And he also looks at the mail from his, well, I believe his would-be girlfriend or just a childhood friend, and she talks about that he's meeting a guy and he's feeling a little bit jealous, and he has this flashback about when they were little. Then they got in contact with the Arrow Corps, and that he wants to be a flyer, but also that the war is not what he thought he would, and that people died. So then and all these people is getting a visit from the Society of the Cross. Now, the Society of the Cross are men of God. They don't believe they believe in magic, but they think magic is foul. Their magic is foul and evil, but they are here on some kind of a mission, looking for if the prisoners are treated well. So they are more neutral, I believe, which is a good thing, right? So they are going from place to place, seeing if the prisoners are being well fed or being taken care, which is a little bit strange. I'm not sure how this was in the real war, if there's prisoners being accommodated like that, because, well, I thought that prisoners were just tortured and miserable all the time, and probably they were, unfortunately. And so he goes to Fletcher and he says, Arrowsmith, Fletcher, Colombian, your arm, Lieutenant, how does it heal? So he says, well, I'm feeling great. And the medical wizards tell him that he's doing well and it's getting stronger. He says, very bad indeed. He said, what are you talking about? And he says that his soul is in danger. Not from the camp or your injury, but from the magic you use. And then this male creature comes that tells Fletcher, hey, we're going to pick up your mail later at 6 o'clock, so be ready. And then this guy puts him in flame, or just tortures him. Away him from hell. All magic is foul, Colombian, all that comes not from God. And he says, well, you need to take care of yourself, because if you're not cleansing yourself, your soul will be damned, or something like that. And he says, he also talks about creatures of magic are abominations, etc. And then they walk away. So later he's being transported to another camp, and he's meeting with all these war prisoners, and he's basically waiting for that guy that he is going to meet up, but he doesn't know who that is. So what I also didn't know, not sure if this is all real or just made up, because I wasn't there at the time. These guys are being, well cared for. And they are talking, they are eating, they are playing around. They are basically being taken very care of, although they are prisoners of war. But it seems since they are lieutenants, well, is that saying? Let me say, officers, they don't, being treated the way other prisoners are being treated. Okay. And he's leaving a sign here, a troll sign. So hopefully that somebody is, responds and picking it up, because he's still waiting for the contact. But it's going to take a while, and he thinks at some point that his contact is maybe being spotted or being taken out or killed. And then they get a visit from people from the Kaiser's court. And we are being introduced to this man. They call him, he's a Prussian. They call him in German, der Schwarze Baron, the Black Baron. And the Black Baron is being, led around, and these Prussians are, showcasing the prisoners of war. And he says that, he talks to the Baron. He says, well, these are the best prisoners of war. They are the best that the enemy can send. And he says, well, the cream of the crop, hardly, he says. And then he is talking, according to Fletcher, I believe Albionese. Now, I'm not sure if that's another word of German in this world, but basically he's saying, Mostly commoners from the look of them, not worth the touch of magic. Just look at them. No breeding, no quality, presence from the bones out. So he's belittling them and talking down to them. But this guy says he's not having it. He says, "Here now, I'm Edward Cornelius Howard, son of the 19th Earl of Suffolk, and I will not be spoken in this matter. Nor will be my comrades. I demand an apology or satisfaction on the field of honor." And and the Baron is pleased. So he says, "Well, I'm going to give it to you." And basically, he gave the Baron exactly what he's looking for. So there's going to be a duel of honor, and it will, this is some code of honor phrase. There's no injuring or no badly injuring, just having a friendly duel. And so these people are gathering around, and he's being, prepped here, and he is calling for his dragonet. That's what these creatures are called. But it's been months since any one of them has been, training, being well fed, etc. So I'm not sure if this is going well. So immediately it goes to air, and before, what's his name again? Let me double check. Edward Cornelius Howard is accustomed to his dragonet again. They are going to the air, and he is insulting him. He says, "Do you need to find your nerve? Damn you! I will teach you some manners, you condescending insolent." And then he's getting it's going real bad, and people are surprised here because this is not what is happening or what is really allowed. There's some rules here, and it seems that that it's not really sporting to attack a dragonet while fighting man to man. And he says, "You have no honor." And he says, "Pfft," as if aloud, like you could even spell that word. So he attacks him again, and then he cuts off his fingers and beating him real good, and he's falling. And this creature, his other dragonet, attacks his dragonet, and he is falling. And all these people are here on the ground or on the bottom is looking in disgust as what's happening, and also they are afraid. He says duels of honor were also not generally fought to the death. It seems that if the Baron was dropping down to catch Corny, this guy got him to the medical mages. But then he does this. He transforms into some half a dragon, and he, kills him instantly with fire, burns him to a crisp. And let this be a lesson to you and all below of the peril to face when you challenge your betters. Oh man, it's looking freaking awesome. And so the skeleton falls down, and he's still in dragon mode. And Fletcher is all wants to do something, but he's being halted by this guy, and he talks in troll tongue. And so we found our missing guy that he's supposed to be making contact, and that's the end of this book. Oh man, this is a nice cliffhanger. I wasn't expecting that. I thought more. Oh, so we have also a preview for the new Astro City stuff. Not really my thing for now, but yeah, impressed. I didn't know that the first issue wasn't all that, but now, yeah, I think this is going to be good, but I'm not entirely sure, of course, but because I want to be a little bit reserved and not saying, this is good, and then the next comic is all bad. Let's wait. For now, this is a good issue. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.